जय श्री श्री राधा गोविंद देव की जय। जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीर वनचारी। जमुना तीर वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय श्री श्री राधा गोविंद देव की जय। नमो विश्वपदाय कृष्णपदाय पुत्र श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tamojam Udare. So Srila Prabhupada translates, before reciting this Śhrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayan, unto Nar Narayan Rishi, the supreme human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nashtaprayesu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. Srila Prabhupada translates, by regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of services to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with the transcendental songs, is established on irrevocable fact. So today we'll be reciting Canto 1, Chapter 18, Text 36 and Text 37. Ityuktva roshatam raksho Ityuktva roshatam raksho Vayasyan Rishi Balaka Vayasyan Rishi Balaka Kaushikyap upasprusya Kaushikyap upasprusya Vagvarjam visasarjaha Vagvarjam visasarjaha Ityuktva roshatam raksho Vayasyan Rishi Balaka Kaushikyap upasprusya Vagvarjam visasarja. Paranta. Iti yuktva roshatam raksho Vayasyan Rishi Balaka Kaushikyapa upaprushya Vagvajam visasarjaham. Matajis. Ityuktva roshatam raksho Vayasyam Rishi Balaka Kaushikyap upasprusya Vagvarjam visasarja. Ityuktva roshatam raksho Vayasyan Rishi Balaka Kaushikyapa upasprusya Vagvajam visasarja. Ityuktva roshatam raksho Vayasyan Rishi Balaka Kaushikyap upasprasya Vagvaja visasarjaha. Iti. Thus, yuktva, saying, Rosatama-raksha, with the red hot eyes due to being angry, Vayasya, unto the playmates, Rishibalaka, the son of a rishi, Kaushiki, the river Kaushika, Apa, water, Upashraya, by touching, Vak, words, Vajram, thunderbolt, Visasarja through her in the past. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The son of the Rishi, his eyes red hot with anger, touched the water of the river Kaushika while speaking to his playmates and discharged the following thunderbolt of words. Purport. The circumstances under which Maharaj Parikshit was cursed were simply childish. As it appears from this verse, Shringi was showing his impudency amongst his playmates who were innocent. Any sane man would have prevented him from doing such great harm to all human society. By killing a king like Maharaj Parikshit just to make a show of acquired Brahmanical power, the inexperienced son of a Brahman committed a great mistake. So, as you see, Shringi, Shyamakrishi's son, is a little boy, but being a Brahman, he had this Brahmatej, the power. So he can use, but he is inexperienced boy. And when he found out that his father was insulted by king, he got very angry. His eyes were red, and he was playing with his friends. And then impudences. He wanted to show off how rude he was. He wanted to just show off, to use his power, that how can he punish this great emperor. Parikshit Raja, he was a great emperor. Under all the citizens were happily living without fear. No robberies, no dacoits. They can keep their doors open, their house doors open. Nothing will happen. And this boy, being Brahman, he had this Brahmatej just to show that what power he has, he can do anything. And the friends, they don't know anything. They were innocent. Their age was, they were just playful. So, now, how he cursed this king, that we read in the next text, text 37. Iti langit maryadam, iti langita maryadam, taksha saptame hani, taksha saptame hani, dankshati sma kulangaram, dankshati sma kulangaram, Jodito me tatadruham, Jodito me tatadruham, iti, thus, langita, surpassing, maryadam, etiquette, taksha, snake bird, saptame, on the seventh, Ani, day, dankshati, will bite, sma, certainly, Kulangaram, the wretched of the dynasty, Chodita, having done me, my, tatadruham, enmity towards the Father. Translation. The Brahman son cursed the king thus: on the seventh day from today, a snake bird will bite the most wretched one of that dynasty. Maharaj Parikshit, because of his having broken the laws of etiquette by insulting my father. The purport. Thus the beginning of the misuse of Brahmanical power began, and gradually the Brahmanas in the age of Kali became devoid of both Brahmanical powers and culture. The Brahman boy considered Maharaj Parikshit to be Kulanga, or the wretched of the dynasty. But factually, the Brahmana boy himself was so because only from him did the Brahman caste become powerless. Like the snake whose poison teeth are broken, the snake is fearful as long as his poison teeth are there. Otherwise, he is fearful only to children. The personality of Kali conquered the Brahman boy first, and gradually the other castes. Thus, the whole scientific system of the orders of society in the age has assumed the form of a vitiated caste system, which is now being uprooted by another class of men simply influenced by the age of Kali. One should see to the root cause of vitiation and not try to condemn the system as it is without knowledge of its scientific value. So now, as we see that after the departure of Lord Krishna, Shringi was thinking in his mind that my father was insulted by this great emperor, and he will punish him. He will punish all the wrongdoers. Now, little boy, inexperienced, has Brahma Tej, and he will misuse it. And then he takes the water in his hand and in Kaushika river, and he says that from today, the seventh day, the Takshak will bite this most wretched descendant of his dynasty, because he thinks that he has broken the rules of etiquette, not to respect my father, but insult him by putting the dead snake around his shoulder. And the Muni was in trance. So Muni had no idea, Shamakrishi had no idea what is happening. Now, as you see, Dwapar Yuga has ended. Kali slowly entering. And while seeking an opportunity to enter and infiltrate the society, to harm the society, this boy, he entered through this boy, the Brahman boy. And this puffed up and inexperienced and rude and showing his power, and just to show up to his friends that I have this power, I can do anything I can. And then after he cursing, he is just very upset and mad, and his eyes were very red. And then he just cursed the great emperor King Parikshit. Any person could have stopped this. Now, there are 4 varnas, right? Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So Brahman caste is intelligent one. Kshatriya is fighters or protects the leaders, the kings. Vaishya is farming and cow protection. And then Shudra is the servants of all. So in Bhagavad Gita, also chapter 4, verse 13, Lord Krishna says, Chaturvarna Maya Srishti, right? Everybody knows this verse. So who created this system? Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, according to the 3 modes of material nature and the work associated with them, 4 divisions of human society are created by me, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna. And in Bhagavad Gita, also chapter 18, verses 42, 43, and 44. Brahmanas, who are Brahmanas and what they possess, what qualities they have? Brahmanas, peacefulness. See, what are the qualities of Brahmanas? You have to understand, Brahmanas have to behave like a Brahmanas also. But now Kali Yuga, you don't see these Brahmanas. Brahmanas has these qualities: peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. These are the qualities of Brahmanas. Now, these qualities, the boy destroyed. So from that time on, when Kali entered, the Brahmanas lost their qualities and their power. Now second, Kshatriya. Who are the Kshatriya? And what are their qualities? What they possess? Heroism, power, determination, courage in battles, and leadership. You see Kshatriya, they go and fight on the border for the war. Who goes? The Kshatriyas. Then Vaishya. Vaishya, cow protection and farming business. And Shudra, labor and service to others. Now all these Chaturvarna, now in Kali Yuga, they don't follow. And almost all these qualities of this 4 caste is destroyed. So now, the seventh day, the Takshak is going to go and bite Parikshit. King Parikshit, he was very good emperor, and Pandavas, related to Pandavas, and also Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, in it happened. Lord Krishna could have saved him. He was saved once when he was in his mother's womb. Lord Krishna would have saved him. But Lord Krishna knew after his departure from this earth, and also Pandavas, one by one, they also departed. And Parikshit Maharaj, Kali had already entered. Kali got the entry. So eventually the Kali Yuga started and is going to be in peak. So Lord Krishna wanted to save King Parikshit. And by his willing, this happened. Look at this happened. It did not happen in a right way, but Lord Krishna wanted to protect King Parikshit. And he became the victim. Kali entered through this boy. Lord Parikshit, he was killed by Takshak. And now Kali will reign. Kali will take over. Kali was very happy. He wanted to. So, if King Parikshit had not given the Kali to live in 4 places, this wouldn't happen, right? But now Kali Yuga has to start. In Kali Yuga, so what is in Kali Yuga? What can be done for human society? What can be done for the human beings? What can be done? Kali Yuga, there is nothing. Brahmanas are not that qualified. Still, Brahmanas do the pujas and all. Brahmanas, you see that Brahmana, do they follow? No, they don't follow. They don't follow any principles. So in Kali Yuga, what we can do is just a chant. Harinam, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam, kalo nastev. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 532 years ago, and he started this Sankirtan movement, and we are so fortunate that we are taking the shelter. And these are very small texts actually. Now, this little boy, Shringi, his name is Shringi. And Shringi, yes, he has feelings for his father. If somebody insults, then, anybody can feel that, right? So, when he heard about this, he felt that my father was insulted by this great emperor. And then he started calling him name like wretched dog, and his behavior was so. He was very upset. But then again, there was not any adult advisor, or nobody could advise him that you cannot give the punishment to the king. He's our king, he's our protector, and nobody was there to guide and advise him. So it was all Kali's plan that he had to go through this boy, Shringi, and he found the way. But then, just to make sure of acquired Brahmanical power, the inexperienced son of a Brahman committed a great mistake. Shringi committed a great mistake. And once he was cursed, cannot take it back. That's Brahmatej. Once the Brahmatej is out, he was cursed, and that's it. And that's how this Bhagavatam, the Bhagavatam is Krishna Lila. Bhagavatam, 12 skands. It's all about Krishna. And in Kali Yuga, by reading this Bhagavatam every day, you cleanse your heart. And you enjoy the Krishna Lila, how Krishna's Lila in Vrindavan Lila, Dwarka Lila, and Krishna's Mahabharata, which is the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna spoke to Arjun. Arjun didn't want to fight with his own family, right? So Krishna showed his universal form. And so Krishna and the Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, every day you read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and remember Krishna, and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's only we can do. Right? Anybody has anything to say? Yes? You have anything to say? Bhaktavatsal, Mother Divyangi? How about Jagadatri Mataji? It was very interesting, these two chapters are 36 and 37. These chapters is very important. Actually, these are very important texts because this is the where we know that King Parikshit's life is going to end. The curse. Well, later on they say that even Shringi was also, everybody was like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done this. But what? Once that Brahmatej released, that's it. And King Parikshit had to leave this planet. But then Krishna had arrangement for 7 days, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Saptah. All over the world you see Bhagavad Saptah, Bhagavatam. Beautiful, isn't it? Every 7 days you read, and even king like Parikshit, king, he was not an ordinary man. And he was also a devotee of Lord Krishna. He was a devotee, and he is from the dynasty. And Krishna made the plans, arrangement that this Bhagavad, the Krishna Lila, will be heard from Sukadeva Goswami. All the sages were there, then Parikshit Maharaj, for 7 days, nothing, no water, no food, just meditate on this Krishna Lila. And then before even Takshak came to bite him, his soul was already liberated. So when the Takshak bite the King Parikshit, it was only his body that was then on fire. But soul was already before even the fire touched, the soul was already gone, merged with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. So this is the heart of the Bhagavatam actually. That's where the Bhagavatam starts. But the background is the Kali. Now Kali will reign. And now you see that how Kali Yuga. Now look at this in Kali Yuga, age of Kali. Nobody is following the rules and regulations, what to eat, what not to eat. You see what is happening right now? What is happening? Corona. So we have to seek for Karuna from the Lord. So Kirtanya Sada Hari. So today also Saturday, and we are going to have a kirtan. Kirtanya Sadahari, kirtan, nothing else. Chant, remember Krishna, and your life will be sublime. Krishna, but you do your duty. Doesn't say, okay, 24 hours you just sit and 10. But what? You have to live your life. You have to do your karma, whatever needs to be done. But Krishna, keep in your heart. Krishna, surrender to Krishna, and Krishna takes care of it. Your desires are fulfilled. Well, Krishna is there, your desire is fulfilled. Just 24 hours, keep him in your heart. And see such a nice devotees here, young devotees, they dedicated their lives to serve Krishna and Krishna's devotees. That is very important. Yes, Krishna says, I love you, serve my devotee. I'm happy. Right? So one time I was visiting Śhrīmad-ji years ago, Śrīnathji Nathadwar in India. So I was sitting there by the entrance, and the sweeper was collecting all the dust and putting in the corner. And that time everybody, whoever enters the village, the residents of that town or whoever visitor, they will first take the little dust and put in the mouth. So, that time is years ago. I didn't have that much knowledge about it. And then I asked that sweeper that why everybody come and this is Vaishnava's dust. Take the Vaishnava's dust and then enter the temple and have darshan. It's beautiful, huh? Beautiful. So it is Bhagavatam. Every day we should read, and Bhagavad Gita also we should read. Bhagavad Gita also teaches us Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, right? And Bhagavatam is all about Krishna. Now, we came up to this Shringi's curse to Parikshit Maharaj. Now, tomorrow 3 chapters will be, Bhaktavatsal Prabhu will be reading, and beautiful Bhagavatam and the stories. Now, there are some categories of these snakes, no? Some very poisonous, some are not. And Takshak is very poisonous. It's like fire, when he vomits the poison, it's fire. So Takshak. Now Takshak, when Takshak went to the palace where the Parikshit to bite him, he did not go as flying because everybody tried to stop him. But how did it go? He took the disguise as a Brahmin and he went inside. So that had to be happen, so that happened. Nobody could stop it. Yeah, so anyway, anybody has any question about anything? No? So let's do little chanting then. Prabhu, you take the mridanga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय श्री श्री राधा गोविंद देव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। थैंक यू सो मच। हरे कृष्णा।